And we're back with what's probably going to be our final episode on Baby Base. I say probably because I'm never sure if I'll ever get anything finished on time. But today we are going to be finishing off this rocket silo. Then we're going to be installing a nice recreational area. We're going to put in our dupes have worked hard, and recreation should be something they should be able to enjoy now that we're going to be retiring the base. Oh, down here I have removed the molecular forge, at least for now. It turns out if you store isoresin down here, it's not very good. It seems isoresin will turn to naphtha down here, which is bad. However, I think what we'll do is we'll just make enough insulation and viscogel and then we'll move it in. We don't need, once we have enough of that stuff, we're never going to need to make any more, at least for a long time to come. What do we got in blueprints? Anything we don't even care about any of these, to be honest, anymore. We don't even want any eggs. It would just be a complication. So we are going to take this rocket silo over here and we are going to finish it off as quickly as we can. Oh, and down here, there was a bit of pressure damage, or not pressure damage, cold damage here, because somewhere along the way either turned off the oil or the gas, or something got turned off at some point, and when it turned back on again, something got a bit of pressure damage. I just broke back in there through some viscogel and fixed it all up. That's why that's there. I have decided to redesign the rocket a little bit. If this is going to be our last episode, we might as well go to the tear. It's all the way out at the 1800 kilometer mark. So yeah, let's load them up. For Rocketeers, we've got Baby Yoda. I figure we send Baby Yoda out because, well, yeah, that's not the point of that TV show, The Mandalorian. They're trying to get the baby back to its home planet or whatever. Well, yeah, here we go. We're going to load Baby Yoda up and send them back to their home planet. Not straight away, of course. They're going to be trapped in there for a little bit while we get the rest of the base to the required level. We've actually run into a different bottleneck now. We have enough isoresin. The problem is we don't have enough reed fiber. Even with us dumping all our excess polluted water into reed fiber, still not enough. Maybe I should have made a few more Dreco ranches, but honestly, they take hundreds of cycles to spin them up, so, or 100 cycles to spin them up, even if we did get some now. I think we'll just maybe skip forward in time a judicious amount. It takes a long time to get reed fiber. It takes so much. Like, each one of these pipes is just incredibly expensive in terms of insulation. To get 100 kilos of insulation, you need 5 reed fiber, which means 5, and you take 400 kilos of this insulation to make one insulated pipe. So that's 20 reed fiber per pipe segment. And look at the amount of pipe segments we've run. Each one of those, yeah, 20 reed fiber. How many plants are we running at the moment? So that's 15. That's, oh wait, 16. Let's just say that's 15 plants. So 15 plants means every, how many days does this take? I think it's 2. We get 15 reed fiber every two days. Oh god, that's bad. That is so bad. However, we've got 2 of these filled up. Third one's on its way. We'll soon have enough insulation to plug that one in as well, and then we can send Baby Yoda off. But actually, you know what? Let's maybe tidy this up a little bit more. I moved the molecular forge up here, ripped out the rock crusher. Now let's try and compress this down a bit more. I'd like to have as much space as possible over here for our new setup. Was that a vacuum now? Oh, excellent, it's a vacuum. That means we can plug it into the same way. We're going to do a similar system to down here. We're going to plug this into that to the rocket, so we've got our entrance through this section. A nice, simple, neat airlock. Let's just hope that Viscodel just doesn't decide to move. A little blob of it tried to escape already. But I think we'll be fine there. We've got this giant gap here because, well, the molecular forge won't fit in there without us melting the isoresin, so I'm not even sure what we're going to put in there. Natural gas-wise, we've caught up with the backlog, and now we're just sort of burning it off as it comes in. We're sorted. I still haven't found a use for this over here. How much do we have? We have a lot of natural gas over here. There's enough spare natural gas over there that we should be kept safe for quite some time, just in case anything does go wrong. We've got a backup supply. Over here, we don't have to worry about overpressurization because oil wells can't overpressurize as far as I'm aware. That means we should be able to just keep producing oil for eternity. Alright, with all of that said and done for, we need about 2 tons of insulation, so about another 900 kilos of insulation, and we can finally finish off this rocket. In the meantime, I'm moving all of our resources from down there to up here so it's out of the way, and then we're going to convert this area into the best funderland we possibly can, with as much fun activities for all the dupes as possible. Which reminds me, you know what? Let's put in some plastic ladders. It's about time they got some of the faster ones in life. There we go. That should make everyone just a little bit zippier. Should have probably done that a long time ago. Though in all fairness, it has occasionally gotten rather warm in here. I'd be kind of worried about melting them, especially considering we don't have any backup in place. Like, we don't have any fire poles or anything like that. So if you did accidentally melt your ladder system, you're in a lot of trouble. If you've no ladders down, you're going to have to start deconstructing things just strategically to even get access to your resources. I just realised something. Our polluted water vent has gone into dormancy. That means no more reed fibre. And we're 900 kilos short. I'm going to divert the toilets into the reed fibre farms. Why not? It can't hurt that much, can it? So, a quick shower, some food, and a couple of things later, and this is where we're at. All the piping is hooked up for this. This rocket is ready to launch. So I think we'll wait until after we get the little joyous area in place. I kind of want to get let Baby Yoda out and let them have a chance to play around with all the toys before we launch them, considering that is they're gone once they hit the once they get launched. They're not coming back. So let's see what we can squeeze into this area in terms of recreational buildings. Oh, one thing I realized as well. Give me plumbing for a moment. What we'll do is we'll sever this for a second. Where do it there? We don't have enough wood. We need wood to do a few things. The hot tub and the sauna. They require wood, 300 kilos if we want one of each. So yeah, let's build a few of those and see how that works out. Down here, let's see if we can... Maybe we can squeeze in a statue as well. I don't think we'll have room though. Maybe we can squeeze in a bit of a monument here. That actually worked out pretty much okay. Downside is we're going to need a lot of glass. The reason glass is going to be a problem is we don't have any sand. There's no sand on this map realistically, so I suppose we're just going to have to start grinding up rocks to make the sand to make the glass. We need about 900, so we need about 900 kilos of sand. Wow, and how are we going to fit in recreational buildings around it? You know what, we'll worry about that when we finish. Let's just stick in a quick glass production facility in here. Thank God we've got lots of space. I have a strange feeling this is going to end up breaking a lot of pipes. So, molten glass. How much of this do we need again? I think 32 of those will give us 800 kilos of glass. We just need... Oh, what the... Oh, I made it a sedimentary rock. Damn it. We need to make that out of ceramic. Easy peasy. Then we just need to smash up some rocks so we have sand. And we got to make sure all that sand is used in this device. That should hopefully not be too hard. What are we going to smash up? That will do 20 tons of sediment... was it 2 tons of sedimentary rock? That should be plenty. And then we'll just queue up all the oh, I messed it up. Yeah, there was supposed to be 48. Whatever, something like that will be fine. We'll make that forever. We'll turn it off when we've got enough glass. Soon we'll have a head for this. I've left it with the punchy one because that arm is actually reaching all the way out over there. Once we remove that gantry, it's going to look a lot more impressive. It looked like they're punching straight through the wall. Alright, I did have to recycle a bit of steel as well to get that all up and running. It takes an enormous amount of steel to make these, I'd forgotten. And we've been using steel pretty much everywhere, sort of. Alright, let's give them the proper face, shall we? There, they now have the same head as Baby Yoda. That seems appropriate. Built on a mountain of recycled scrap, which is pretty much this entire base's purpose, while punching a rocket. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, now let's see what we can fit in here in terms of recreational buildings. We don't really have an enormous amount of space to work with, but we can sort something out. How's our tree looking? Oh no, we have backed up on the waterfront. That's my bad, I should really dump some more of that into reed fibre. We will have some wood shortly, thankfully. Over here, what was I going to do? Ah, yes. This needs some serious renovations. Do we have enough insulation on hand to do that? I think what we need to do here is replace these tiles with insulation. There's some, I think it's the flaking mechanic or something along those lines. The temperature from here is leaking in and causing this to flash and switch between gas and liquid, and it causes overpressurization damage. I think if we replace these 2 tiles with insulation, and maybe that one as well, though it's going to be a messy procedure. First thing we need to do, empty the system of all of the... hydrogen, liquid hydrogen. I don't mind losing the oxygen. I don't think we will, but if we did, that would not be the end of the world. But losing all that hydrogen would just be painful. So instead, we are going to link them up right here, and we should be able to siphon that all off. There we go. I made you out of steel. How are you overheating already? Oh, right. It's very warm in here. Ow. Forgot to close the doors again. Well, that's typical. Oh, wait. Now I know what's going on. Automation wire. Yes, let's see. You severed. Come on. Okay, it was because I deleted the rocket detection facility. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. We've got that all getting fixed back up again. We'll take this out down here. And we'll be back up and running in no time. And time to break in here and see what's going on. Well, replace these the relevant tiles with insulation. This is turning out to be too painless so far. I'm suspicious. Really, really suspicious. You can sweep up all of that. You know what? We're going to disable auto repair on all of these, because we are going to replace them all with the correct tiles. Insulation. So 4, 8, 12, 16. More right about there, maybe. Yeah, might as well use it all while we've got it. I don't ever have to break back in here again. Yeah, a little bit of liquid oxygen is going to break out. That was kind of expected. Yeah, okay, let me double check this, but I think we're good to seal this up and get back on with our game. Alright. That kind of works. There's a little bit of oxygen left in there. I'm not going to be worried that will get turned into ice, and once it's ice, it's no longer our problem. Well, once it gets solidified, it will no longer be our problem. The oxygen's flapping back and forth a bit, but that'll be fine, it'll recover. Now all we've got to do is get the liquid hydrogen from down here back into the tank. That should be fairly simple. Oh, yeah, and I should reconnect up the gas piping for that, shouldn't I? I'd severed that at one point. Boom. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect. It turns out, even though we stuck this on a insulated tile, it lost way too much heat. Hydrogen's minus 247.9. Yeah, we've lost it all. I thought if I was smart and I did it fast and I stuck it on top of an insulated tile made of insulation, we'd be able to get it all out. No. Looks like all of that's going to burst into hydrogen and we're going to end up with a very cool rocket silo in a minute. Let's hope it doesn't destroy this over here. Yep, there we go. That's going to release an awful lot of icy cold hydrogen. Fine, it's fine. It'll float to the top. We'll just open the doors and let it escape. Pity. Oh well, looks like we're going to have to fill back up the hydrogen tank. On the bright side, this rocket is fueled and ready to go. Lo and behold, I even remembered to put back in the space scanner. So we should be able to detect the rocket when it comes back on time. Anyway, we got rid of most of that hydrogen. Yeah, most of it's gone. Oh well, that was unfortunate. An awful lot of wasted hydrogen and heat. But at least now we're ready to get this finished. The first thing we need to build in is, of course, a vertical wind tunnel. Because, yes, if you're going to do this and you don't build one of those, what's the point? They're the most fun-looking ones. Also, it'll have a tendency to suck air from the bottom and kick it up to the top. Where are we going to plug that in, though? You know what? We need some more plug sockets, don't we? How are we looking on the power overlay? Yep, it's a complete mess. That looks just about normal. Oh, trimming. Let me find some power I can plug in here. You know what? We will just extend the main power spine. Why not? Can we afford the 1200 watts? This will continuously draw. Probably. Hey, someone go in the middle one. Come on, I always prefer it when someone goes in the middle one. Nope, that still looks amazing. We're also going to want to include a little bit of the tanning potential, of course, though I think we can squeeze in a few more tanning beds in there. Yes. Yeah, I think a couple more can be managed. Keep our dupes nice and tanned. It's the only way to be happy on this little asteroid they've got going on. Oh, I do remember this messing with their sleeping schedules horribly. They kept falling asleep in random places. I think we're going to mess around with the schedules to start and try and remedy that. Let's put their bedtime shifts before their downtime. Oh, finally. Someone took the middle section. Yep, everyone always hates the middle section. I'm going to move all of that stuff out of the way. Hopefully we can squeeze in something else over there. I'm not quite sure what, but we'll find out later. Let's go down a little bit further and see if we can't get in a few other bits and pieces of relaxation equipment. For our next piece of relaxation equipment, we have the wonderful jukebox that turns into a sort of uncanny valley looking... Well, okay, maybe not uncanny valley looking, but it's definitely a bit weird. It kind of turns into a person type thing with that head coming at the top. But they get themselves a good dance. We've also got an arcade cabinet down here. I don't think anyone's played that yet. Maybe. Stats... Okay, it's been used a little bit, so we've got an arcade cabinet as well. We just need a few other bits and pieces. Oh, and when it comes to this and them falling asleep, it used to be... Actually, you know what? Let's find someone who hasn't used it yet and monitor their schedule. Alright, we are going to follow this dupe here. They are called the client. Now, right now they're coming into their sleep pattern because we put sleep before everything else. They should go to sleep, and then when they wake up, they should immediately use the bathroom, which is conveniently right outside the door. Then they'll run upstairs and immediately grab their food. And you'll notice that this is during their downtime slot. And then after they've done all of that, they should go for recreational activities. Now notice that they've hopped on this chair, and there's still 2 whole slots in their downtime left. But look at how long this takes. You can see the bar there going up. This takes a very long time. They've gone past 2 slots, they've got into 3, there's 4. Okay, we're going into... Yep, that's 5 whole slots. 5.5, almost 6. Almost 6 whole slots to get through all of that. If you put downtime before sleep and you have those tanning beds around, what happens is they get into the tanning beds and then they stay there for so long that it goes past their sleep schedule and out the other side. If you've reversed this is what a traditional schedule would look like. You'd have your downtime slots before your sleep. That's sort of how it's set up by default when you first open the game, and that's normally what you stick with. But if you're going to introduce beach chairs, yeah, be aware they're an enormous time sink, and they will use them every day. Literally every day if they're available, I've found, depending on their location. I've had one person I follow from Cara Dune. I followed her in for 2 days and she used the tanning beds in both those days. So I heard someone say that they should only use them once every few days and the bonus lasts, but no, they will use them if they're available. So do bear in mind, you're sacrificing almost 6 whole slots of the day if you install these things, and you're going to want to fiddle around with your sleeping schedules so that their sleep comes before their downtime. Otherwise, you'll have them missing their sleep and then falling asleep in random spots on the map, which can be painful and problematic. What was the next up? Wait a second. We got an arcade, jukebox. Ooh, a juicer. We need a juicer. And a juicer... Wait, no, it's not the juicer. It's the fizzy drinks machine, isn't it? Where are you? Ah, the soda fountain. You need carbon dioxide for it, but that's fine. We have plenty of carbon dioxide around, and I'm thinking we can squeeze it in. Ooh, no, I'd have to move the cooling loop. Much better, much better. Now, all we need to do is get some carbon dioxide and some power into it. How much do these things draw? 480 watts. Why do all of the recreational buildings require such an absolutely insane power investment? Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to plug it straight into the main spine because I am not trying to figure out how I'm going to run a conductive wire over there. Alright, now we just need some carbon dioxide. Where could we find some of that? Well, would you look at that big pipe of carbon dioxide right there. The thing is, we don't want to dump it in here. That can potentially dump out steam. Let me see. Where are we going to put in our gas harvesting? So that should be it. We siphon off some carbon dioxide here. It's direct from the natural gas generators. It goes straight into our little gas canister filler. From there, it should get picked up and manually carried over to the soda fountain. I think 500 grams of stuff. How much have we got in there already? Contents 10 kgs of hydrogen. How do you have 10 kgs of hydrogen in you? That makes no sense. You can't... Oh, carbon dioxide. Never mind. Had the wrong one. Hey, come on. Someone go fill that up. Perfect. Right. Well, that means people can now get really... Oh, wow. I hate when they get that... Well, not that I hate it. It's just when they've got sparkles flattered or whatever the hell it is, their eyes go crazy. Yeah, I would not like to be trapped in an alleyway with someone with those type of eyes. So we'll throw in a quick sauna down here. This should be an easy enough addition. All we need to do is chuck over some power. Now there's one input and one output it needs. The first one is it needs steam. For that I was thinking we'll just grab a quick gas pump and we'll throw it down in our steam room. Why not? Insulated gas pipe, ceramic, throw it up here, right across, dump it in. Oh yeah, we're also going to need power for that, aren't we? Simple, done. Though it does need an output pipe as well, which is where these things get confusing. I had to move around our hydrogen loop just to get this working. And why is that giving me no liquid output? Oh yeah, so this is going to spit out water. I think we just dump it right back into the steam room, maybe? Though, yeah, we're going to need to do a few modifications here, aren't we? A few strategically placed bridges, and we can just dump that right down here. Though to put in the vent, we're probably going to need to do a little bit of modifications here. I'll put back in the glass forge in a second. Alright, there we go. We should have hit all the criteria for this operational, nominal, outside of recreation room. You'll still use it though, right? Maybe we should disable some of these buildings. I think a lot of them are taking advantage of these. So if we turn those off, we should hopefully get more of them using some of the alternative recreation. Yeah, arcade machine, jukebox. Anyone want to use the steam sauna? Anyone? Ah, there we go. Yeah, perfect, so it does work. Water, yeah, dumped right back into the steam room. Yeah, I'm going to call that a success, though. We're going to enable these again. Reason being, they're pretty awesome. Plus, once you've paid for the light, why not take advantage of it as much as you can? We're getting so much illumination out of that one lamp. Next up, I'm thinking mechanical surfboard. Been a while since I used one of these, but we'll throw one of them there. It's going to dump water out. If I recall, it dumps water out in that tile? Is it that tile? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. We're going to have to stick a liquid pump under that and pump all that water right back into it. Alright, maybe, just maybe, I might have made a minor mistake, just judging by that initial splash. Yeah, okay, so it maybe comes out that side. Yeah, let's cancel that. We'll disable the building. Yes, I'm sure some of you were already screaming at me, no, that's not where you place it. I wonder if we can rotate this. A few minor changes, and I forgot to plug in that. Right, 1 second there. Alright, our new improved and less leaky surfboard. As far as I can tell, this whole thing just recycles its water, so we don't ever have to feed into that system. It's just a closed loop. Water gets dumped in here, they surf, it pops down here. Let's make sure it's completing, though. Do we have enough in the system to make this work correctly? I think we're good. We've got crammed in most of it. Oh no, hot tub. That was the last thing we need. Oh god, if I remember correctly, this thing is an absolute nightmare. Where's that hot tub? Yeah, overheat temperature 37.7, and you have to fill it with water with a minimum temperature of 37.7. Oh, okay. Right, let me think about this for a minute. Right, I found a space down here where I think we can squeeze it in. It's not going to be comfortable, it's going to be a little bit noisy, but hey, if they want a sauna, some sacrifices have to be made. I think what we'll do is, where's it? This is the input over here. We'll drain hot water right out of our exhaust waste. Oh. that's blocked up the system. That's not good. We might want to put a little something after that. Maybe if we do this... Oh, always the joys of dealing with these systems. Come on. Nope, that doesn't work at all, does it? We need to push that then. Damn it. Alright, give me a plumbing thing. One moment. There we go. Just a little bit of a minor modification. Alright, but now how do we get the water out of there? Well, wait a minute. I got an idea. We have encountered some minor issues. Getting the water in is... okay, fine. It was a little bit of an annoyance trying to get the piping just right, but we've got the water flowing. The problem is you need bleachstone. I forgot about that. You need bleachstone to run this, and we don't have any source of bleach. So... oops. Yeah, we've got about a ton of chlorine lying around, but yeah, not really worth the effort of trying to get... we'd have to farm some puffs. Squeaky puffs, is it? The ones that produce the bleachstone? No. Just not worth the effort. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to cram this place full of as much decor as we can. We do have lots and lots and lots of artifacts, and I am going to pedestal this place up, squeeze in a pedestal everywhere we can, and then we'll see about launching our rocket. Applying all of our artifacts, the base looks a little bit brighter. Well, it's not the best. We're going to need a bunch more over here, but we're just about ready to get out of here at last. I'm thinking, let's send 2. Let's not send 1. Let's send 2. I wonder if we could squeeze on a capsule here. Going with the theme of the show, I believe the Mandalorian was escorting Baby Yoda, so we'll put Baby Yoda in the capsule, and we'll stick the Mandalorian. Where's Mando? Come on, Mando. Mando can go into the sightseeing module. Now, from what I hear, once you send your first rocket to the edge of the map, all the way to the rift, you lose that duplicate. Though I don't know what happens if you send a passenger in the sightseeing module. Do they disappear as well? Maybe. Let's check everyone's happiness levels though. 60, 52, 53, 50, yeah, everyone's at 50 plus happiness. Everyone is incredibly happy. Yeah. Okay then. Nice. Who was the... what 3 did we start with? Oh wait, Quill. Quill was the first, one of our first as well. No, we can't afford to lose Quill. They're our only rancher. We'd starve to death and everyone would die. You know what? Those 2 going in there is just fine. We'll let them load up, and once both of them are on board, we can get on with the day. Oh, it's going to be kind of weird launching this. This will be the last mission up here. Yeah. Alright, we'll crank open the doors. Well, assuming I've got the automation connected, have I? Yep, they'll slowly open. We've got this on slow speed at the moment. That diamond is only temporary. Once we do start launching this and this place becomes full of boiling hot steam, we'll want to wall that in with something a little bit more resilient, but just thematically wise, it looks amazing with that fist going straight through the wall punching the rocket. It's almost like they're kissing the rocket goodbye. Now, what was there left to do? No, I think we're golden. Alright, let's speed this along, shall we? It's time to say goodbye to our crew. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, boys. Imperative achieved. The Great Escape. Proceed. Oh, this spoiler warnings. Alright, the Great Escape. Wait, how did we not get Home Sweet Home? Population 7 of 12. Ugh, okay, so... you know what? I didn't need this, the other people anyway. Stats-wise, I think we did pretty good this run, considering this tiny size of the asteroid, and I love the way our average power produced has, like, skyrocketed. Average powered wasted is actually going down. Look here, you can see that our average powered wasted is almost minuscule, namely because we have just so many buildings eating all of the power. At the end of this, for the credits, I'll let this play in the background so we can watch this all go through. But for now, just a couple of things I want to cover at the end of this episode. It was... yes, Regolith has been altered in the patch notes. If you check the patch notes, it turns out now Regolith used to be able to say hit at an angle on a wall and then Regolith would spawn on the opposite side. That's been patched out, so you no longer need to double wall your silos anymore. which is a great change. I love it. Oh, second thing I wanted to note was this over here. This was until I put in the insulation tiles here and here and through this section. Wait a minute, we'll grab up the overlay for, where is it, minerals? Yeah, there we go. You can see those pink sections. Until we put in those, this was a little bit finicky. But once those went in, this seems to have stabilized now. We're not getting any more pressure damage, and this seems to be a solid build. Well, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I was worried that that was so tiny we were going to have things mess up. It's not the fastest way to produce hydrogen and liquid oxygen, but it will work on a map this small. This, yep, this is just awesome. I'm surprised it worked, but it's extremely efficient and we've got plenty of power out of it. Don't get me wrong, on a normal sized map, I would much prefer to go with an oil boiler and oh my god, we melted the wires. No. Where are we going to put that up? You know what? We will just run that along the side there. That is fine. So yeah, but that's only for the hydrogen, that's fine. This, very efficient, it works, but you need space materials, a bunch of other things, and a petroleum boiler. Just a standard petroleum boiler, which you can build long before you get access to space materials, would be more efficient than this. Oh my god, there's such a mess down here. Let me have a look, see if I can tidy this up before we move forward. So it turns out I made a bunch of the ladders down here out of sedimentary rock. That's why they were all melting. Anyway, let's maybe prick that in and make sure that no more heat leaks in there. Wow, it's getting a bit toasty in that section of the base. We'll wall that in. It will be fine. How you doing in there, buddy? You're looking good. You look like you're enjoying that. I love the way they can still do it. Even though they're in an Atmos suit, they can just hop right into a sauna and use it just fine. Though I suppose it makes no more difference than them getting a suntan while in an Atmos suit. Right, I've just noticed the entire rocket is gone. It's not coming back at all. The whole silo is empty. There's the whole build space is free. Yeah, it turns out that's what happens. As well as that, it also melted the ceramic piping here that carried the natural gas over to our natural gas generators. We lost power for a little bit. It's fine. We fixed it. Power cables, they're all up and running. Gas-wise, we're all back to normal, and we're siphoning out the carbon dioxide at the bottom of the tank. All in all, not the most messy launch I've had. If I had to sum this map up, I would sum it up as educational. Trying to have to cram everything down into really small spaces made you really prioritize what was important on every build. You got rid of any excess automation or things that didn't count. They weren't necessary. If it wasn't necessary, you got rid of it. Next up after this, I think we're going to be doing a larger series. It's going to be the 100 dupe challenge. There is a wonderful mod that I've got my hands on that someone made. It allows you to pause. The game automatically pauses every time the gate activates. So every 3 cycles, the gate will activate, the game will pause, and it will remind me to print a duplicate. I'm not sure if we should go with turning off care packages so we have the best selection of dupes, or leave care packages on to make it even harder to select good dupes. I don't know, I'll leave it up to the comments to decide, but considering this is the internet, I'm pretty sure you're all going to be like, yeah, make it harder on yourself, Francis. But yeah, we'll be doing the 100 dupe challenge, maybe a little bit more. I might go 120, 130, depends. We might keep going until my PC crashes out. We'll see how it goes. I'm actually very sad to see this map go. Well, very sad is the wrong one. I'm sadder than normal when you're from retiring this map. Just this one felt very personal. It was so cramped and small. You felt like you had to keep tearing things down and rebuilding them, and you fought and clawed for every inch of space. Every single build you made, you were asking yourself, do I actually need this, or can I get rid of it, certain things? And it really focused me on what was important. I don't know. Just I really enjoyed it, I suppose, is what I'm trying to get across. Anything more than that seems to be beyond my ability to verbalize. Remember, this save game file is in the description for anyone who's interested, so if you want to download the map yourself and play around with it, or, just pull things apart and see how they work, or play it on some more just to see how far you can get, you're more than welcome to do so. But this will be the end of this series for now, and I will be doing a few tutorials. In between this and starting the next series, I'm going to do up a few tutorials. So if you have any requests for tutorials, throw them in the description. I got to do a refresher on shovel farming, because that has come a long way. I think the last time I did shovel farming, they didn't have the vent you could use to drop things off, or the shipping drop-off. Yeah, the conveyor chute. That didn't exist last time I did my shovel tutorials. I think that one needs a bit of an update. I'm also going to try and do a tutorial on thermal capacity works. Yeah, thermal capacity and heat and temperature transfer. That's going to be complicated. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to give it a go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little trip through Baby Base, and good luck.